So I'm Chris Gibbs. Most people know me as Coach. Some people only ever knew me as Coach. My wife calls me Coach. My mother-in-law calls me Coach. Had that name for a very long time. So as Tommy and Doug have kind of said already, so the three, myself and Doug and Harlow, moved into 1938 North Daniel Street, which was walking distance from Clarendon, which for those of you who know the Arlington area, was both dangerous and amazing to be that close. And then of course Tommy moved in, and I would say, the two, I guess a year or two, under two, those were like the most amazing years that I think many of us had had. The four of us living together, and obviously Brett 100% critical to that. I don't even remember how he became our roommate. Like he was moving up, and we were like, all right, we're going to move into Arlington, and Brett, you're in with us. And we did this nonsense. We had a gigantic room and two small rooms. Every 4 months, we would shuffle rooms because we couldn't figure out how to make the math work. And it was crazy, but amazing time. Yeah, nobody wanted Tommy's room, that's for sure. So one of the earliest memories I have of Brett was the Delta Chi fraternity. So I think he was just a pledge at the time, but it doesn't really matter. We had started to host a Saturday night event at the balcony, or otherwise previously and now known again as top of the stairs. And so it was the first night, and there was a deal worked out where even the balcony was typically, you had to be 21 at the time, had to be 21 years old. But because the fraternity was hosting it, everyone in the fraternity was supposed to be allowed to get in, even if you were not 21. So we show up, and those of us that were 21, we go right in. Brett gets up there, he was not 21 yet, and he's refused at the door. So anyone underage was refused, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is like supposed to be the big fraternity night, first event, and he was refused. So we're like, well, all right, we're here. We had a sorority coming, we're just going to stay, and underage brothers, unfortunately, couldn't get in. So for those of you that know the balcony, there's like a big bar area in front, but out back there's a very, called a patio, but at the time it was more just a big open space in the back. So myself, Mike Benton, a couple others, we're all hanging out. All of a sudden we hear this tree start to shake. What's going on? Because there's a tree kind of overhanging, and it's like, you hear like some sounds, and we're like, is there an animal? Like, what's going on here? And all of a sudden, bang, Harlow drops out of a tree. Into the back of the bar. And I was like, oh, you got in. And he simply comes up to us, and for those again that have been to the balcony, you go in, you get a little check mark, and then you just go to the bar and do whatever you want. So he walks up to Brett, or to Mike and I, and he's like, what do I do now? And we're like, just go to the bar and get a drink. And he's like, oh my God. So it's just like, that was, I knew him, of course, as a pledge, but that was the first memory that really sticks out as far as I mean, he was getting into that party, like, no matter what. Much like Tommy and Doug and anyone else, we could tell stories all day about Harlow. I'll never forget, you'll remember this, like, I think it was Brett that really got us to start going to Whitlow's for the turkey burgers and tomato soup. Monday night, we were there for turkey burgers and tomato soup. But really, just to me, I was reminiscing on the stories about Brett, and what really sticks out to me is he was just like a great friend. If it was great friend story from New York, well, I won't go into that one, to everybody. Like, and you really wanted him there for pretty much all the events. There's never like, Brett's kind of annoying here, or let's not. He was like, you always wanted Brett wherever you were doing. You wanted him there, and he made friends with everybody like so fast. And just like not even like, hey, cool, here's your name, and he kind of moves on. He became like really good or great friends with so many people. It's just hard to imagine. And the one I can think is, you mentioned kickball, and I forgot about kickball, and him being on, and like who was on the team. A bunch of my work friends were on the kickball team. We all kind of formed into one, and they became best friends with Brett like instantly. He just became friends. You wanted him to be around, and you wanted to hang out with him, and he was all inclusive, no matter where he was. So I really just think great friend and great roommate and great person just epitomizes everything that Harlow was. I almost started playing the Harlow oh song. We wanted to play that later. So that's all I really want to say. I mean, just love him so much. I know, hopefully my wife is watching this right now. She absolutely loves Brett. And really just all of us did. And he was so easy to love, and he loved all of us more than we could ever ask. Thanks.